There was the one about Gary catching Cole. We could just do that. We could just
there's a few about Gary catching Cole. Corey Felder. When does Gary become the guy that Cole is confident with behind the dish? And we were debating, will he catch on Sunday? The answer will be no. He'll catch Friday and Saturday, we presume, especially with the day game today. There's 2 night games leading to a day game on Sunday. Makes perfect sense for him to play the first 2. Yeah, Cole pitches on Sunday. But my point is that at some point, if this team has plans to make the playoffs, which I believe they do, I'm not saying they're going to, but the plan is to make the playoffs, Gerrit Cole would be pitching in a game 1. If Gary Sanchez somewhat sustains this and is, not a below 200 hitter anymore, and he's the 230, 240 guy with this power, how are you going to tell me, what are we going to do game 1? Get Cole and Gary need to somehow work together. Now, maybe it's not going to be against the Red Sox or the Mets the following start. Maybe it is in the second half you start to do it. But at some point, we need to see if Gary Sanchez can catch Gerrit Cole. Has to happen.
Because I don't think Gerrit Cole is the type of guy to be like, I refuse to throw to Gary Sanchez. I think he's a good mate, but I also think he's a perfectionist. He cares about his craft. And if he thinks throwing to Higashioka is going to make him even a little bit better, then he's going to say he wants to throw to Higashioka. So right now, like you said, it's not that Sunday lines up nicely. The fact that Tuesday would have been a perfect spot to do it. It's after an off day. You're home against the Kansas City Royals. You could have done it then. Now you're setting yourself up to maybe after the All-Star game. If Gary stays this hot, maybe the Yankees have a spot after the All-Star game. You can do it. Otherwise, I don't know. It does have to, assuming Gary doesn't go into another funk where he's hitting 150, we're going to have to cross this bridge eventually.
I agree.
Well, hey, Higashioka, he hit a home run on Tuesday. He's not as bad as he was before that. He's shown glimpses of being a very competent player. He can hit home runs. So it's not the end of the world, but
no, it's not. But I did say in the blog in the offseason when they basically said Gary's not going anywhere, at the end of the day, we love Kyle Higashioka. And at one point in the season, he was our guy. And we were just I like playing hot people. That's my just ride the hot streaks.
Kyle Higashioka was having multi-home run games while Gary Sanchez was hitting 190 over a 3-season span. It's okay to have gravitated to Kyle Higashioka.
That being said, and I've said this all the time, the Yankees lineup is not at their strength, at their peak, when Gary Sanchez is not the catcher for them. Defensively, another story. But offensively, the peak of Gary Sanchez, which you're seeing right now, is absolutely insane with that guy. He is his bat speed and his hands are so talented at the plate. The way he can just turn on a ball and the power he has. You don't get that in normal catchers. It's almost like historic power. His 2016 to 2017 stretch is some of the best offensive numbers you'll ever see out of the catcher position in the history of baseball. It's just not a position that produces power like he does. So at the end of the day, if he's cooking, he's got to be in that lineup 4 out of every 5 games. He just has to be. Higashioka is a good backup, very good, and he could start for some teams. Just like the fuck is his name? What is the catcher he went to? The Tigers. No.
Austin
Romine. How was Roman doing, by the way? I actually haven't heard his name in forever. But he reminds me of a kind of a Romine's hitting 111 for the Cubs in 6 games this year. Okay, so he must be hurt or he's died. 238 last year. Okay, hasn't gone so good for Romine. But anyways, kind of a similar thing there. I think Gary is better than Romine. Higashioka is better than Romine. But at the end of the day, Gary in this lineup brings it closer to its peak potential, and you need to at some point see if he can catch Cole and if they can make that work.